and I love to learn. In this video, I want to explain about comparator with Java 8 futures. Okay, I want to implement comparator using Java 8 futures. Okay, and I want to implement comparator for a employee object. Okay, first of all, I want to create a class name employee, and here I want to give some variables. Let's declare some variable, guys. Private int id, private string first name, private string last name, and private it's enough up to now. Okay, guys, just wait for a few seconds. It's loading. Okay, let's stop it and let's generate some setter getters. Let's click on the select all and generate. Okay, after generation of the setter getters, now let's create a toString method. Okay, like let's generate a toString method. Now let's click on the generate. Okay, and sorry guys for the inconvenience. And now let's create a constructor without fields. Okay, okay, and now let's start implementing it. Okay, first of all, let's create some employee objects. New employee one equal to new employee e2 equal to new employee, and let's set this data. Let's set some data into this. Okay, I want to give 0 here, and I want to set first name, which is Anil. Okay, and last name is Kumble, and let's insert data into another object also. I'm giving the ID as 3, and the first name here Anil. Okay, and again the last name here is, I want to give some Ambani or something. Okay, now give some ID here also, guys. Let's give some ID here. I'm giving that ID as 2, and first name as some demo, last name as some sample. Okay, I'm giving some dummy names up to here. Let's insert this data into a list. Okay, for that I want to create a list here, list of employee objects, list L equal to, let's import this list, guys. Okay, okay, and now what I want to do means I want to add this object into this list. L dot add of E1, L dot add of E2. Okay, now let's implement the comparator using it. Okay, and let's assume like what I want means I want my data to be printed in a way like, okay, let's assume like I want my list to be sorted in a way that the IDs should be in ascending order. Okay, Normally, if I print this string, let's check what is the output if I print this string now. If you observe here the ID is 0 and here ID is 3 and ID is 2 here. But I don't want this IDs to be in some mixed order, okay? I want the employee objects to be displayed based on their numbers, like ID numbers, okay? The ID should be in ascending order. That is my requirement, okay? Now what I want to do means I want to declare a comparator here. The comparator type is employee and I want to give a reference new, and here what I want to do means, sorry guys, c equal to comparator dot comparing. Now observe carefully, here I was using the lambda expressions. Guys, here there is some change. Actually here we are already using this reference, so we cannot use it here. So let's do one thing, let's change it to em, okay? Em dot get id. Now what I want to do means I want to sort it using collection dot sort method. Collection dot sort of c comma list, sorry l, list l, okay? Sorry, here the order is different. Yeah, now it's fine. Here first of all what I want to do, just I want to print this list here. I have already done that. Now what I want to do means I want to print list after sorting happened, okay? Then we can easily identify the changes before sorting and after sorting, like that. If you observe the ID is 0 here, and if you observe here the ID is 2, okay, right? And here the ID is 3. It means we have sorted this using this lambda expression here. And actually there is no need of writing like this also, like we have another way of writing this reference like this here, okay? I will show you that now. We can write it using method reference, guys, okay? Here I am using the method reference. If you don't know what the method reference, lambda expressions and all, you can check my description, video description. You can find link for Java futures and all, okay? You can check with that. Okay, let's run our Java application. Let's check whether this method reference is working fine or not. Yeah, again we got the same output. It is working fine, okay? And now I want to show you another thing. If you observe here my output is like Anil Kumble, Anil Ambani, like that, okay? Now let's assume like I have a requirement where the employee object should be like employee list should be sorted in a way that the first name and last name should be in order, okay? It means my output should be like Anil Ambani relate, like if you observe here we have a first name Anil and the last name Ambani, and that should be present in this at the first place, okay? And Anil Kumble should be present at the second place, like that, okay? My requirement is that. So what I want to do means here I want to change it to first name and dot, then comparing employee get last name. Now let's print it, okay? Now we are sorting based on the first name and last name. If you observe here in the before sorting we have the Anil Kumble at the first place and Anil Ambani at the second place, but here we have Anil Ambani at the first place. What is happening means after sorting the first name it is sorting the last name, guys, okay? How the comparison will be means here we have the Anil and Anil for the first for the ID related to 0 and ID related to 3 both have Anil as the first name, okay? So what we want to do, we want to sort them based on the last name, okay? That is the reason I have written this then comparing method. I hope you understand. If you have any queries, please comment it in comment section.